Hello everybody, Rogue Fox here, and welcome back to another episode of Truly Bedrock. This is episode 40, and in the last episode, we finished working on the town hall that is behind me. And it's been about a week and a half since I've been on the server. And yeah, I spawned right here when I logged back in, and I forgot how awesome this building looked. I'm really proud of the way this turned out. This is the town hall. We have our little walkway going up, and I didn't really do anything. Well, I still need to do something with this, but as far as the inside goes, I was talking about possibly filling it in, but as you can tell, I did not do that in between episodes, and I tried throwing in a makeshift tree farm just to kind of have something in here, and of course I don't have, let's see, it's been a while since I made this tree farm, but again, trying to figure out what I could throw inside. Let's see how well this thing still works. And of course, I don't have the dispenser hooked up, so I have to manually bone meal it. Come on. Is it going to happen in this stack? Let's find out. And this is why I've kind of stayed away from tree farms in Bedrock Edition, because of this. It's really not worth it. Even if you have a bunch of bone meal, I mean, it's, in my opinion, it's a little bit better. We burned the whole stack. It is a little bit better to just go outside and plant it yourself manually. You will save yourself quite a bit of bone meal, but there is that in action. And usually once we get one, the other one usually follows up pretty quickly. Let's see. Nope. Nope. That's not going to happen. Moving on with today's plan, we are going to head over to the community village area, and we are going to finally build ourselves a building over there, because I haven't really done anything in that area the whole season, and I think it's time I finally contributed to the community build. So I have some terracotta that I'm going to build with. As far as I know, there is spruce available over, I assume it's the community storage area, the big brick building that's over there. You'll see if you don't know what I'm talking about once we get there. And oh, that's right, I moved my portal down here. So we're gonna go ahead and head over to the starter village. Oh wow, this wasn't here before, and I would sleep, but Cuban said not to. I'm not quite sure what he's up to, so we'll go ahead and explore this area at night. But this definitely was not here the last time I was in the area, and I know everyone has been working, like I said, in this area during their streams and their episodes, and this is looking really cool. Head through here. Looks like the wall has made progress. I don't think anything is new here. This looks the same, but this place is really coming together. And I believe that was there. Again, the wall is being expanded. This area is looking really cool. And oh man, the pathways. Oh, here's the building I was talking about. Bricks. Yeah, well, I guess it's not all brick, but I mean, I was pretty close, right? So inside is where all the storage is. So I will be grabbing wood from there. Now we need to find... This is looking really good. Man, don't come over here for however long, and this place just pops up and just starts looking amazing. Oh, there is a small issue with lighting though, apparently. I was just looking down, and I started getting attacked. Okay. So it looks good, but apparently there are dark areas. Zombie up there, doing some dancing. And I think that's everything. Oh, there's Cuban again. No sleeping. Come on, Cuban. You are going to get me killed, dude. So, for the building, what I'm thinking is I want to make a shop. And according to the map, I believe this is the commercial area of the village. So I feel bad tearing all this down, or, you know, flattening it and leveling it out. Well, I guess it's already flat, right? I mean, just getting rid of all the grass and the flowers. But I think I'm going to drop the shop right around here. And, oh man, I totally forgot about this pond. This is the one that Prowl and I made probably back at the beginning of the season. Spectre, Prowl, and Rogue, where TNC, I believe he had his zombie pigman farm down below in the ravine. Yeah, so I do have to keep that in mind. There is a huge ravine down below because we didn't fill it up. I see you back there. Yeah. Yeah, that's what you get. You're trying to sneak up on me? Yeah, you guys go ahead and do that. We finally have daylight, and in the meantime, I went ahead and threw down the foundation for the build we are making today. We are making a shop, as I had mentioned, and I did break this out earlier to make it go back a couple more blocks. You can see where the old line was, and that's because I did design this building in a creative world, but after looking at the scale of everything else around me, my shop was going to be kind of small compared to everything, and it wouldn't have really fit the overall theme of what we have going on, because you can see these builds, yeah, they are pretty big, and I'm not trying to make a huge shop. Don't get me wrong, these are awesome. Very roomy. It even has an upstairs. It looks really good, and I didn't really plan on it to be this big, but again, I just want to keep, well, I want to keep that. Definitely want to keep that, but I don't want to keep these. But I want to keep everything pretty scaled. I still feel like this shop is going to be a little tiny, but with this, it is going to be pretty tall, so hopefully this part of it doesn't matter. And don't want the flower. Go away. Yeah, I think it should turn out fine. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, what we're going to do is start with some spruce logs, and I do have some other stone bricks in the furnace to get cracked stone bricks. That way we can change up the texture on here because it is a little bit too much of the same. But in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and build this up. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I forgot how tall this is actually going to be. So let's go ahead. We're going to start with 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I do want to bring this across like so, to give us a little foundation to the rest of the building. That's going to come up, and then I do want this to come up here like this. So we kind of have that going like we have over here. So again, sticking with the theme of everything going on, we are going with that, and spruce is being used, as you can see. So I'm going to go ahead and stick with the spruce, but I'm not going with the bone block like they have. As you saw, I did pull up the regular terracotta. I think it's just terracotta, right? Which one is it? Yeah, just regular terracotta. So we're going to build that up, and then we are going to go ahead and bring ourselves up here. And personally, I really like this color of terracotta. This is what we use for Foxmart. And let's see how we're going to do this. We want to have some texture inside the walls like this. Perfect. I was worried about that because we are scaling it up in size, so it is a little bit wider. So I was worried that it wasn't going to work out. And so far, it looks like it will. And let's go ahead and do that for now. Of course, it is getting dark, so I'll probably work through the rest of this night and then cut back when it's daytime again. Hopefully by then we have made some progress, but I mean, it looks kind of weird. We're going to go ahead and roll with it, and let's see how this turns out. Worst case scenario, I'll come back and the zombie's still up there. I'll come back and replace the terracotta, but let's go ahead and at least get the building down. Time for a progress update. I couldn't go through using the terracotta. It just looked too ugly. So I went with the original design and stuck with the bone block, because remember at the beginning of the episode, I did have that shulker box full of bone meal, and I still have a ton of bones left over at the skeleton farm, so bone block is no problem. The only thing with that is I try to stay away from the bone block only because, I mean, there's bone block over here already. I know there's also white concrete powder. And what's going on here? I thought I was stuck, but I didn't take any damage. Yeah, bone block, white concrete powder. So I tried to change up the color, but yeah, that just didn't work out. So I'm going to go ahead and stick with this, and at least it gives the whole area uniformity. And it does, like I said, it is wider than my original design, so I try to work with it. It doesn't look too bad. It definitely would have looked better if it was smaller, because it was a 3 wide window. It is now 5 wide, but no complaints. still doesn't look terrible. And I just have to finish up the other side. Everything is still gonna go where it needs to go. So we have spruce blocks every other block. And then, again, I will have to make bone meal for bone blocks. And we'll fill all that in. And it is raining because, again, Cuban doesn't want me to sleep. So I am subject to whatever weather comes with no sleeping. And it looks like we have ourselves a little standoff here. So let's go ahead and pick these guys off. Boom. And too bad you can't take... Oh, you guys are going to rush in now. Okay. I didn't know they were going to do that. They were just waiting. They're like, no, you shoot first. Now we have reason to attack. I don't know. Yes, go ahead. Hit each other. Yes. Okay. Good. I don't have to waste my bucket of milk. Well, thank you. Thank you for taking out 2 of your companions. That made life a lot easier for me. Looks like I will have enough bone blocks to actually finish this off without having to go back to the skeleton farm. Get out of my way. Thank you. And there we go. So, oops. Gotta drop down here. Okay, so that should be good. And of course I will... Oh, it's not good. It's not good. But either way, I still should have enough to at least get up to there. We finally have some sunlight, and I finished the outside of the build. So this is all done. We can move to the inside because I do want to get to the interior and to actually setting up the shop by the end of the episode. So let's go ahead and take a look at what I did. First thing I did for the front is I did change it. So instead of going in 1 block like this side here, I decided to have it rest on these blocks here. And it did make it a little flat, so I threw some trap doors up there just to have it pop out a little bit so it's not super flat. And as far as the rest of this goes, I pretty much winged it because in the creative world, honestly, all I had designed was the front of the build and I had nothing for the side. So I went ahead and winged that and it turned out pretty good. Again, mirroring the other side here. That's going to look the same as the other side. And coming back to the front, we can finally go to the inside. And what I decided to do was go with a cobblestone flooring. And for the second floor, we are going to go with wood. We'll have a staircase going up on one of these sides. I don't know yet. But this is coming together quite nicely. But let's go ahead and place in our second floor. For the inside, I wanted to try to do something like we did back in Season 0. And in order for me to do that, I had to make the second floor a full block instead of a slab, which I'm okay with if we can pull off this look that I'm going for. So to do this, we're going to go ahead and throw some spruce logs like this. And for those who remember my shop from Season 0, this is going to be exactly what we did. So we're going to have some supports. I didn't think about that. So we'll go ahead and just cover that up because you can't really see what's going on in there. We have our support beams on the inside. Now, what I'm really concerned about is, yeah, I think it should be fine. I think it should be fine if we do it this way. So we place them. Okay, we do that. And I wanted to have, I can't think of the term. I can never think of the terms off the top of my head. But I want to do something like this, running across the top. So I just look at the signs. We're going to bring it all the way to the front. Rafters? Is that the word? Rafters? Is that the word I'm looking for? And then, of course, like I said, I am going to need more than what I have currently. But just so you get the idea of what I'm trying to do, just trying to show that, hey, there is support to this ceiling. And yeah, we are actually, you know what? What we're going to do for this, feet around that, and we are going to place logs like that. So I only need 2 more sets of signs. How many is that? 1, 2, 7, 14 more signs. Yeah, that looks good. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to go through with what I wanted to do, and that's because we have the staircase here, and I did make it 1 wider, just to kind of fill in the room a bit more. But with the staircase there, I wasn't able to bring it across like I wanted to. And I tried a bunch of different things, and everything I tried just didn't look good. So I scrapped that idea and I moved it upstairs, and that looks a lot better. Now I tried to look it up, and I believe what it is called, this little area here, is called a ceiling joist. So that is what we have to give the roof some support, and we had that in Season 0 in the shop. Of course, being in the shop, it was a little bit lower, but I think it fills in the ceiling quite nicely because it was very open and empty up there. So, oh, and there's Cuban checking things out, and according to Cuban, we can finally sleep now, which is good because I was getting attacked by everything and anything. Now that we have the outside and the inside of the shop done, minus a few small details, we are ready to place items inside the shop. Now, this isn't going to be a shop where we actually sell things. This is just me kind of having fun because, you know, times are pretty crazy out there with the whole coronavirus, and people are going absolutely insane with the shopping. I mean, I went to the store the other day. Seriously, multiple stores, no toilet paper, no canned food, no water, and of course there's no hand sanitizer. And to be honest, I feel like it is kind of ridiculous how people are acting. It's like we're preparing for the zombie apocalypse or something. And I know the coronavirus is not something to joke around about. There are people actually being affected by that. And of course, you do want to take the necessary safety precautions. Of course, it's already out there. Don't touch your face, wash your hands, and things like that. But come on, seriously, you don't have to freak out and buy out the stores. It's absolutely insane if you ask me. So with that, we are going to make this shop a shop where we sell aloe vera, paper, and now that I think of it, I want to get some water bottles, and we are going to sell water bottles in this shop as well. Alright, so let's go ahead. We have a few flower pots that we're going to use. Let's place these maybe right here. And we have our aloe vera. We'll go ahead and, wow, my cat is sneezing. Alright. We have our aloe vera plants, and then we'll place our item frames over here. Let's place, really? Apparently, I never placed a flower pot, so I just got the achievement for that. Alright. So we're going to do that. We're going to have paper here. And then we'll make 2 more frames and have water. Or actually, you know what? Maybe we can have water, like barrels of water over on this side. So it represents cases of water. But yeah, I thought it'd be funny to do something like this because, again, in my own opinion, it's just ridiculous with everyone freaking out with all the shopping. I feel like it's just kind of making the situation a little worse. And by that, I mean, with everybody freaking out and buying everything up, it kind of puts everyone else in a panic. So, for example, my wife and I, as Cuban flies over my head, my wife and I, we just ran out of toilet paper at a bad time. So now that we have used our toilet paper regularly and just having to run out and all this craziness is going on, I was lucky to find 3 packs of toilet paper at the store right next to me. And with that, also, water. Water was another thing. I mean, we just buy cases of water. That's what we do. But now we can't find water anywhere. And it is a mess out there. I'm just saying, in general, people be acting all crazy out there. So to reflect that, I also put down some crazy prices because I'm sure if the stores could, they would charge more because they must be having a great time with all of their sales. They are selling off everything, and from articles I read, I mean, toilet paper, we're not running out of toilet paper anytime soon. We're not running out of any of these things. It's just, well, people are swooping them all up, and now they're going to have to try to make them faster. So with that, we have water, 1 diamond block each, aloe vera, another diamond block for that each, and then, of course, toilet paper, I don't know, 1 diamond block, let's say per pack. I don't want to say per square because that would get expensive very, very quick. So, yeah, that's, like I said, I'm having fun with this. And although It's not something to make fun of because obviously there are cases out there, but I am making fun of the fact that, well, people are just being ridiculous, being crazy out there. But again, do take care of yourself. Just don't be a nut job about it. And the funny thing I was thinking about is I know we're going to go ahead and sleep here so I don't keep walking around in the dark. I believe there was a Season 0 download of Truly Bedrock, a world download, and at some point there is going to be a Season 1 world download. Now, this got me thinking, so let's say, only because Hermitcraft is in Season 7, let's say we are down the road a few years, and let's say we're in Truly Bedrock Season 7, and someone downloads this world download. They start exploring, they get to this shop, and then they walk inside and see this. So it's kind of like our little tribute, monument, again, can't think of words, our little homage, paying homage. Anyways, you get what I'm saying, but this is what we are going to have to represent the year 2020. So maybe I will put another sign somewhere saying what year this was made, because I think that would be kind of fun, just to see years down the road when we're all joking about this and laughing about it and saying how crazy we were about it. So that is all done, and with that, that is going to bring us to the end of today's episode. So with that being said, everyone, this is the end of today's episode. I really hope you guys enjoyed. This has been Rogue Fox, and I will see you later.